Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into something fundamental, universal human values.
Yeah, it's a fascinating topic that touches everyone.
We're going to unpack some core ideas from the materials you shared, things like human aspirations, what happiness really means, prosperity, too.
Exactly. And maybe find some surprising insights about what truly fulfills us.
Okay, let's dive right in. The sources start with three basic requirements for fulfillment.
That's right.
And they're listed in a very specific order. First, understanding, then relationship, and only then physical facilities. So this right understanding, what exactly is that? Is it just, book smarts?
That's a really good starting point.
Yeah.
Because, no, it's deeper than just facts. The sources suggest it's more like a knowing of reality.
Knowing reality.
Yeah, understanding how things actually work, how they
Yeah.
interconnect, and crucially, our own place within that big picture.
Okay, and the order is key, you said.
Absolutely key. The hierarchy is
Right.
understanding first. Because that understanding, that clarity, is what allows us to build truly fulfilling relationships.
I see. So understanding leads to better connections.
Precisely. And then both of those, the understanding and the healthy relationships, they allow us to correctly figure out what we need in terms of physical facilities.
Ah, so the material stuff comes last.
Last. And assessed correctly. Think about it. The sources seem to suggest that maybe big problems like runaway consumerism or conflict, even environmental issues.
Yeah.
Maybe they stem not just from greed, but from getting this priority wrong, putting physical stuff first.
Wow, okay. That's a big shift in perspective. It really challenges how we usually think.
It does. It suggests the solution might be hiding in just reordering things.
So if getting the priority wrong causes problems, how do we figure out what we genuinely need? This connects to prosperity, right? That notes say it's not just about wealth.
Yeah, exactly. This connects perfectly. Prosperity, in this view, is primarily a feeling.
A feeling,
Right.
not just bank balance.
Right. A feeling of having more than the physical things you actually need. Depends on two things.
Okay.
One, correctly assessing your real physical needs. How much is truly enough for a good life?
Right. Getting clear on enough.
And two, actually having or being able to produce more than that specific requirement.
So it's about the margin.
Yes. Think about it. You could have someone with tons of wealth who feels deprived because they always want more. Their desires are endless.
Okay, I know people like that.
Right. But then someone else, maybe with much less stuff but enough for their needs, they can feel genuinely prosperous. They might even feel able to share.
Because they've defined enough and they have it.
They've defined it, they have it, and maybe a little extra. It totally redefines thriving, away from just piling up stuff towards, well, contentment.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But who is doing the assessing? Who has this feeling? This brings us to the self and body idea.
Yes, a crucial distinction proposed in the materials. The idea is that you, as a human, are a coexistence of two things. Two things. The self, that's the I. Consciousness, the part that feels and knows. And the body, the material part.
Okay, self and body. Why is separating them important?
Because they have totally different needs. The body needs physical things. Food, water, shelter, rest.
Sure, obvious stuff.
But the self, the I, it needs non-physical things like trust, respect, happiness, understanding.
Right. You can't eat respect.
Exactly. And their activities are different too. The body just does its thing, breathing, digesting. But the self is where thinking happens, desiring, choosing.
So it's like the self is the driver and the body is the car.
That's a good analogy. The self is the seer, the doer, the experiencer. The body is the instrument. And problems arise when we mix up their needs.
How so?
Like feeling empty or anxious, even when you're physically comfortable. Maybe you're trying to satisfy the self's need for, say, connection with something physical, like just buying more things. It doesn't work.
Ah, I see. Feeding the self with body food. Or vice versa.
Right. It highlights the importance of addressing the right needs with the right inputs.
Okay, that clarifies a lot. So focusing on the self, the I, the sources mention its core activities are always running: desire, thought, and expectation.
Yes, these three are constantly active, always working together. It's how we navigate our inner world.
Can you give an example?
Sure, let's link it back. Say you have a desire for, well, that feeling of connection we talked about. True harmony. That's the image, the goal.
Okay.
That desire then sparks thought. You start analyzing, how do I get that? What needs to happen? Maybe I need to listen better. Maybe be more open. You weigh options.
Right, the strategy part.
Exactly. And based on that thinking, you form an expectation. You select an action. Okay, I'll try really listening next time. And then you experience the outcome. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't, but you experience it.
Desire, thought, expectation. A constant cycle.
Constantly turning, shaping our experience from the inside out.
This has been a really insightful deep dive. Understanding these core ideas, our aspirations, what prosperity really is, and the self-body distinction,
Right.
it feels like a powerful framework.
It really does offer a different way to look at things, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A practical one.
Definitely. So for everyone listening, maybe consider this. How could consciously prioritizing,
Right.
understanding that deep knowing actually reshape your relationships and maybe even change your sense of abundance in a way that goes way beyond just, money or possessions? Something to think about.